Hi, it's Celeste Majors, your canary in the coal mine. So today I wanted to talk about an article in Consumer Reports July 2019 issue, which is the current issue as I'm recording this. And we're just coming into summer here in North America, in the Chicago area where I live. And there's a whole bunch of articles about summer stuff, 3 of which are about health in summer. And the article I wanted to talk about today was one that they did about sunscreens. Now, Consumer Reports, I love Consumer Reports. I've subscribed to them for decades, but sometimes they're a little short-sighted on things, and they've rated all the sunscreens, a lot of sunscreens, on their effectiveness and how well they protect from the sun, but they don't really look at the toxicity level of sunscreens. Now, last year I also read an article in Consumer Reports, and I went to my local drugstore, and there was a huge display of sunscreens, and a lot of the things in the Consumer Reports article matched the sunscreens on the shelves. But it turns out I knew about another database that's way more interested in our health, and it's called the EWG.org. And they have a bunch of different databases. If you're a health nut like I am, you'll just love that website. And one of the buttons that you can press on and find more information about is their guide to healthy sunscreens. So this is the way that you can cross-match what you'd prefer to buy with Consumer Reports, because you can look at the cost and the efficiency on Consumer Reports, but then you can look at the health issues on EWG.org. And last year when I did this, I didn't do it again this year because it was such a unhelpful thing for me. I went to my Walgreens store, and they had, like I said, this huge display of sunscreens. It was just enormous. And I took all the ones that they were listing in EWG.org, and only three, count them, 3 of the products that Walgreens had on display were given good ratings by EWG. And one was a Neutrogena product, and one was a Coppertone product, and I forget what the other ones were. So you can't, even within the same product line, you can't assume that if one got a good rating, the whole product line got a good rating. And the one I ended up buying was a baby product, because one thing that you can almost always say is if the product is built for children and babies in particular, it's going to be less toxic because moms care about that. And so it costs more money because you get so much less in the container when it's for a baby, but I know it's safe. I know it's going to be non-toxic on my skin. You got to remember that stuff goes through your skin, into your bloodstream, into your body. And so it's not a casual thing about what you put on top of your skin, because it's going into your body. And one of my major health principles is try to reduce the total load of toxicity that you're putting on or into your body. So what I'd suggest you do is first of all, whatever sunscreen you're currently using, you look it up on EWG.org, and if it gets a good rating, which would be a 0 or a 1, then you can go ahead and continue to use it. If it gets any higher numbers, then stop using it immediately. Figure out what you might want to try to buy, and then go to your store and see if you can buy it. Chances are that you may have to order it over the internet, because otherwise but go with a list of possibilities and check out your local drugstore, or your local health food store might have some of the products that are on EWG's list, and pick your sunscreen that way, because it's really important. You have this on your body for hours and hours and hours. Some people put on sunscreen every single day, and so you want it to be a non-toxic, safe product for you and your family. So that's my little health tip for today. And if you like these kinds of health tips and you want a bigger program of ways to stay healthy, I've got a new course that's online that takes about 6 months to go through, where I've pulled together all the things I use for myself and I've learned and I've researched that have brought my body back to a higher state of health than it was even 30 years ago when I was much younger. And so my website is yourcanaryinthecoalmine.org, and check it out. See if that's something you'd like to participate in. And I do all these things because I want to help you get well and stay well. Thanks.